Hello, and welcome back to another Project H2 video. Today we have another career mode player tutorial or review, and this time it is Lucas Digne, the left back, formerly of Lille, now of Paris Saint-Germain, the young French left back. I believe he is French, pretty certain he's French, is currently featured in this player review. He starts off with a 76 rating, which isn't half bad at all. He really does mix into your side very, very well. And although PSG are a very strong team, he will probably mix into your PSG side very early as well, due to the fact that their left backs or full backs overall are very old, especially the likes of Maxwell. He's too old now. Digne is competing him not only for rating, but easily beating him for age. So if you do see on your screens right now how the ruling which I've got for player growth is followed by Digne, unlike Laporte. Laporte didn't follow the growth ruling, which I'm sort of getting, if you know what I mean. But Digne's ruling really did work. All of his stats grew from around, if you look, every single stat seems to have grown from around 8 to 12 difference. So there is in attacking positioning it's grew 8, but then in interceptions it's grew 9. So it's very, very consistent growth. Vision 10, it's only around from the 8 to 12 area. And his stamina, trust me, his stamina is unbelievable. And he's not a weak idiot either. He is really powerful on the ball. He's a powerful player, and in possession, he's very sprinty and fast, of course, with that sprint speed of 89. His acceleration matches at 87 as well, which isn't half bad, and he's very, very decent in all areas physically. But mentally and, skill-wise, you can see that he does become and grow to become one of the worser attacking left-backs. So, although he is an attacking fullback, all fullbacks should be attacking to an extent. Here you can see that, yes, dribbling really, really does shoot up, which is positive. His free kick accuracy isn't really anything of Leighton Baines, though, and his finishing isn't amazing. But he isn't really, skill-wise, the best on the ball. His heading accuracy isn't amazing. His long passes, okay, but not amazing, especially this is his full potential. And his long shots are awful. His marking, though, however, is 79, which, yes, for a left-back, marking isn't quite as important as if you was a centre-back. But it is a primary stat for any defender, and it isn't too good. Short passing, though, is decent, and his shot power isn't bad. His slide tackle and slide tackle especially there at 86, is unbelievably good. And, of course, his volleys doesn't really match up at anything except below subpar. So is this guy really suited for left midfield? No. You'd expect more green stats in the penalties and free kick areas. You'd really like him to be a better player in the dead ball situation. He isn't any Gareth Bale. He is just a left back who will do a job at left back and will get up the pitch, but nowhere near as much as players like Alaba or Bale did when Bale was, of course, a left back himself. And then if we go over to his overall thought, you can see how Digne has been given a 3-star rating. Now, although he did actually beat his potential, Digne, and there isn't many left-backs that are good on this game, so Digne is he's up there with one of the best. Although that did occur, I still think that there needs to be better quality in the fullback areas in your career mode team if you are aiming or striving to be a team like Paris Saint-Germain. 84 rated as a top quality left back. That's beating his potential. His potential's only 83 by normal stat, but in my case it was a growth of 8. It's not really unbelievable, is it? It's not shocking. It's not very impactful. I think really you need a player like Alaba who will grow to 88, 89, even 90 if you really wanted him to, or maybe a different news player. And that's why left backs and right backs are very, very rare on this game. They're lacking them, and it's very scarce to find a very good fullback who can grow past the 90 mark. Of course, my right back, I did do a right back, Serge Aurier, of course on loan at Paris Saint-Germain in these player reviews, and even him, he didn't grow amazingly either, which is quite disappointing. So it proves that really that's why you see a lot of youth academy players coming through, and that's why a lot of people set their youth academy scouting to find a left back or a right back, and that's why unfortunately there isn't many regens except for the likes of Philip Lahm, who is technically a CDM who can play a right back or left back. He is a bit pricey as well. He's very expensive. And, well, it can really vary. You can get him for around 8 million if you're lucky, but 20 million is probably more common than 8. It is ridiculous how much you're going to have to pay for him, probably because he's young, probably because there's a lot of green stats, especially physically, and that is always attractive. When you see a lot of good green physical stats, you immediately think, right, this is a good player. And he is versatile to an extent, but he is very expensive, like I said, in some circumstances. And he does attack. I'm not denying that he attacks. Just the end product after attacking isn't quite as good as what I'd like it to be. And I've already mentioned how he is very, very agile on the ball. He best suits a 4-star team as well, which in my opinion is best suiting even at full potential, maybe a 4.5-star team by then. So I don't think this guy is really quite good enough to make it into a 5-star team unless he really, really is pretty much your only option. I mean, 84 rated isn't bad. It's not bad. I mean, yes, it could easily probably make it into a 5-star team, like a Man City, but you can probably find a better option than him elsewhere, either youth academy-wise, or if you are just looking for an immediately amazing left back, then he's not your guy. He will take a few years to grow. Probably David Alaba is probably the best immediate left back on this game, which is ridiculous because even him himself still has room to grow. So if you want Digne isn't the best option because if you get him, by the time that he's grew, you could probably have found a player from the scouting network, a regen, or from your youth academy who will be just as good, if not better. So I did end watching. If you enjoyed this player review, make sure you smash the like button down below. Digne, like I've already said, isn't the most amazing option, but definitely a good one for sure. Suggest your players down below as well. And I've already mentioned how I've got a long list of players already recorded. So once that's finished, I'll take your suggestions into consideration. So that does it for me, and I will see you next time.